Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. I'm exhausted. I don't know why it all just hit me like 30 minutes ago, but jeez. Wow, is that an Alexotos? What's up, Meme God? Kyle, what's up? Are you Cheese, Savior, Osox, Cyber? Cormosh, thank you so much for the tier 1.
7 months of great content and great vibes. Let's go.
Overwatch is giving me a headache. Savior, it's time to get off. Mr. JJW, we still need to figure out a day for your build. Every day that I'm like, yo, let's do this, it's not working. But maybe we can do it sometime. Maybe we do it sometime next week. We'll see. We'll see. JJW, excited for my first Alexotos stream. G2, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? I'm happy to have you here. I'm a little sweaty right now, by the way, guys. We have the AC on, but it doesn't really feel like it's doing anything.
Hope you have
and I think
rested
it's just the
since the
humidity.
subathon. It was a great.
Honestly, I feel like I probably should have scheduled more days off after that. But I feel like I didn't do a good job of taking some time off. But that'll be next week, though. So next week I'm only streaming like 2 days, and then I'm off for the
Mint
rest
Fresh
of the week
Mike
because I'm at
gifted a tier 1
Novelties
sub
Meetup.
to Fuchin_X717.
Thank you, Cyber, though. And thank you for a year being here. And Mint Fresh, thank you for 21 months. Appreciate that, dude. What's going on? Watched the previous stream. Now this pops off. Lovely. Very lovely. Yeah, you guys can kind of tell I'm actually kind of sweaty right now. I don't know why. I'm just sweating like crazy. Weekend always feels like that for me. I mean, this weekend's kind of flown by already. Saturday's almost done. I feel like I didn't get to do anything that... I did productive stuff today. I didn't feel like I didn't get to do anything fun today. So, good, you deserve it. We'll miss the streams, of course. We need some time. I mean, technically, we're still doing keyboard stuff next week, though. We'll be at the Novel Keys meetup. So, technically still doing keyboard stuff. It's not like anything's going to be changing too crazy. I'll write a little... I'm going to take photos at the Novel Keys meet. And I'll probably do a little write-up of the Novel Keys meet afterwards, just to show you guys all the photos and, post them all. Instead of just posting them into like a private Discord or something like that. I think that'll be fun. Just finished up a Holy 60. Surprised how good it is? The Holy 60 is a weird one. It actually does sound really good, but they packaged it with all the wrong stuff. I feel like they just needed to sell the case. Like, it just needed to be a standalone thing and call it a day type thing. I don't think we ever got to see the photos you took at the Toronto meetup. They're on my website. It's under the other section. I made them all. Well, actually, no, that was a private meetup that we went to. Well, not private, a smaller meetup. The actual ones from the Toronto meetup, dude, I really wanted to take photos that day, okay? I pinky swore it to you guys. And then, when you're just like, you're too busy saying hi to everyone and then you're just like vibing with the community. I don't know, man. I lost track of time. I didn't get to take pictures. But the other one I did, I took a photo of every single keyboard that was there. And that's on my website. Homie got swept up in the conversations. I mean, yeah, I would say that I got very swept up in the conversations. Also, guys, I'm really working on my posture today. So, if you guys catch me doing one of these, please let me know. I'm really working on it. That's a good thing. It means you enjoyed the event. I think so. Honestly, I believe so. I'm so close to getting an A7 IV. Hey man, listen. I am one to say relax with keyboards. I am not good at saying calm down with cameras. This is I don't know why I have the backwards logic here and why one doesn't apply to the other. But bro, if you want a camera, get yourself a camera. Obviously, I think lenses are better, but if you don't have a body already, definitely get a body for yourself, dude. In terms of object photography, what do you recommend starting with? And also, Pazuzu, I see your compliment. Give me one moment. How big are the objects? I feel like that's a really important ask. Like, if they're small objects, I would actually say just get any old body and get a macro lens. So... Also, Pazuzu, you know what this is going to sound sus. Listen, I'm trying to be sweet, all right? You know what I don't need a macro lens for? How big our love is, all right? Love you, dude. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you, Bazuzu. I cannot wait until I can afford a decent camera. What are you thinking about getting, Random? Looking forward to the next Toronto meetup, if there is one. Me too. Thank you. How are you doing today, Pazuzu? You doing well? I cannot wait until I can afford though. Which one are you thinking though, Random? Like, are you gonna get yourself like a Fuji or a Sony? By the way, what'd you guys do today? We ran errands. Well, basically did errands all day. I have basically been out of the house all day long, and I'm exhausted. What's your favorite camera body? The Hasselblad right now is definitely my favorite camera body. This guy here. I would say next up in line out of like what do I enjoy taking photos of is probably going to be the Leica. But oddly enough, I don't have any use for it right now, and I need to figure out selling it. I would probably pick the Fuji GFX system, only because I do like the way the photos come out of that. I just find the Hasselblad to be more like ergonomic, and their color science to me is a little bit nicer for products. But yeah, I have a GFX system that I need to get rid of. But that would, like I said, if I didn't own that, if I didn't own the Hasselblad, that would probably be my favorite camera, like to take photos with. Dane, thank you, dude.
Coing.
Thank you. Also, guys, I'm sweating like crazy, so if you guys see sweat on my head, like right now, I apologize. Thank you, Dane. Appreciate 10 months. Do you do this full time? I do. Has the trackpad changed my life? Yeah. I mean, it's definitely nicer. Like, it feels more like natural and like, I don't know, I just like it. Did you get one? Way too lucky? Replaced a few switches on my current keyboard build. What'd you replace them to? Looks humid? It is. I don't know why. I'm like sticky in here, dude. Omega cameras with 100 megapixels are crazy. Yeah, like I said, I might post it in Discord. I don't know if anyone's gonna buy it, but I have a Fuji actually sitting right here. I have a Fuji GFX I need to sell with the 120mm lens on it, macro lens. Lovely camera. I just don't need two medium formats right now. I love the trackpad. I use it at work. Yeah, it's really nice. It actually definitely feels like way more natural. Can use Apple trackpad on Windows. Dude, we discussed that. I think someone said you can install drivers, but it's actually hard to get working or something. I use Mac right now, but I have a Windows computer still. So you do keyboards full time and can afford a Leica and a Hasselblad Pog. So let me explain to you guys. The Leica, it's been saving up for forever. The Hasselblad, this was a accumulation of gear over the last. How long have I been doing product photography? Well, I started when I was like 22, I think, 23. But basically sold every piece of gear other than the stuff you guys see me use now in order to fund this guy. Every living piece over the last like how long? So it wasn't just like go to the store, drop money type thing. It was an accumulation of everything. Doesn't sound like an Apple would make easy for sure. Yeah, Apple has a lot of nice stuff, but they bar it off with their system, you know? They do bar it off with their system. Afternoon, Keep Dweeb. I'll trade you my giveaway switches for the Fuji. Jeez, man, I still need to message you. I haven't messaged the last 3 winners still. I told you guys I'd do it today, well, on the weekend, but I'll probably be later tomorrow night. The keyboard's really clean. You guys like my keyboard? Someone asked if I wanted to change switches on this. I can't remember which one they wanted to see, but I probably will change it soon. We got my wife a new car 7 months ago, and she was in an accident this past weekend, and now it's totaled. Oh, in the market for a new car again. Dude, cars aren't cheap right now either. So I've never had a car. I'm lucky enough to, just use transit for everything. But if I was to consider, dude, we were considering, and then we looked at the prices of cars. Bro. Like, crazy. Is your wife okay, though? Way too lucky? And I can't imagine that's going to be an easy financial thing either. It's crazy how expensive they are. What were you guys driving? If you guys don't mind me asking. And I hope everyone's okay. No one was hurt, I hope. On both parties, I guess. Car market's going down quite a bit as of recent. It's still expensive here. Also, they sell Holy 60 in a bunch of colors. I got the red one. Oh, interesting. I didn't know they had a bunch of colors of the Holy 60 there. Got your tea yesterday in Moss. Hey, I wanted to wear it today, but it's not clean, so I just put this one here on. She's totally good, and the kids were not in the car. She had a 2019 Subaru Ascent, and she's getting oh, so she's just in the same car then. Whoever did cars are getting cheaper. You're wrong. I've been shopping. Dane's passionate, dude. I have to agree. I mean, I haven't. Okay, my experience of looking for a vehicle is like 3 months total. I would say total, maybe 2 months, maybe even. And I will admit, everything seems really expensive. I mean, dude, it was, just so you guys know, like, it was to the point too where it was, we had to like make a judgment call and be like, not right now. Like, it's just not feasible for us. Like, and we're not even looking at expensive things. And the used market, never mind, dude. The used market, to me, maybe my mind is just warped at this point here. But the used market for some of those things, here, at least here in Canada, you'd think you're buying a brand new goddamn car. Well, I mean, what's expensive to you? I mean, for me, when I see a used car for like 25,000 Canadian, that's expensive. Like, that's hella expensive. And then some of the new vehicles where you might get one extra little package, 35,000, 40,000. That's expensive, dude. COVID really fucked up the used market and hasn't really recovered yet. Yeah, it's bad, man. Like, I only look at cars 15 plus years old. I mean, we did look at some of those too, but...
Update on my mischievous project. Desoldered the old Oil Kings. Drilled the PCB and now waiting for the new supplies. Some more filing needs to be done. Also, the PCB still works.
Zany, you have to share pictures, and thank you for the bits, dude. Damn. Over 40% of the US dollars in existence have been created out of thin air over the last 4 years. Well, that's a topic that's a long, long topic. Let's talk about the keyboard today. Okay. We're going to be using ice... Am I pronouncing this right? Ice Cendol? So this is based off of a dessert. And I looked up to the dessert because I was like, let's see what this actually is. Because it looked really good. And Ice Cendol is... relies heavily on palm sugar and coconut. So its basic ingredients are coconut milk, jelly noodles made from rice flour with green food coloring, shaved ice, and palm sugar. I've never had it before, but it looks like a really yummy dessert. And I guess you can put other stuff on it. Cool little packaging on this, by the way. It's a drink? Oh, it looks more like an ice cream to me. Oh, I guess there is pictures of drinks here. Huh. I've never seen this anywhere. I don't know where this originates from. Like, I don't know what its origins are. It looks good, though. But, cute little package. This is from Keebs and Cables. They sponsored this build today. They sent us the switches. And then, I don't know how to pronounce this. Ice Kachang? I guess this is another ice cream. I didn't look up these ones here yet. These are tactile. Probably going to use these because these feel pretty good. And then these ones here. These ones here are really cool too. I really like these. And these are just HMX switches too. Good old HMX. Can't go wrong. They sound good. I'm a little with a lot of people have been kind of complaining about HMX switches as of recent, but again, I haven't really gotten a bad batch, and I tested a lot of these before the stream just because I didn't really want to... I don't know which ones about... I didn't know I was getting... Well, I knew I was getting these, but I did not know what these like are. I didn't look into these yet. But these are interesting. They sound good, though. They sound good. I mean, they're HMX switches. Let me quickly triple check what the materials of this are. And no one's warning me to sit back in my chair here. Their batches, for the most of their switches, are fine. They just have heavy lube. These didn't feel like they were heavy lube. These are... where is it? PA12 top housing, T2 stems. I'm going to be real with you guys. I still have no idea with any of these materials. I really need to look up what PA2 and PA12 and T2 are. But I guess the more important thing here, other than just looking at some of these materials that I still really have absolutely no fucking clue what they are. Honestly, HMX has been notorious for this. It's a 55 gram spring with a 3.9 millimeter travel. Is it just nylon? But they do sound really good, and I quite like the packaging for these. These are cute. It's plastic. It's plastic. I just don't know. Sounds snobby. I mean, HMX has literally had like 2 letters and then a bunch of numbers after everything for all their materials. But at this point here, the way I think the way all of us, correct me if I'm wrong, and I hate to speak on everyone's behalf. Did I get the spoon? Oh yeah, I didn't know what those were for. Did those come with this? They did come with spoons. I just didn't know what this was for. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all of us now, with HMX switches in particular, have now just done a ranking between deep sounding, middle of the pack, and bright sounding. And we just kind of put them in one of 3 categories. These sound like they're going to be a bit more in between the deep and the middle. Maybe they could change depending on the keyboard itself. But he got the spoon. I'll get the spoon for you guys later. The spoon is probably just to imitate the dessert. Wait, I thought the dessert was a drink. Man, I'm so confused. I don't know what ice Cendol actually is then. But it's a shaved ice inspired series from childhood desserts, thanks to all the Malaysians and people from Singapore and Perth. Oh, that's really cool. Very, very cool. So, and the other thing too, I actually don't know, and I saw this morning, and I forgot to ask Keebs and Cables. I saw there was another switch, a video from about a year ago, using the name scheme Ice Cendol. And I was just kind of curious to see if it was kind of like maybe an OG version of this, and now they've moved to HMX or something like that. But it was from 2023. And then we're going to be doing this board. So I think this board here is going to be pretty popular. And I'll show you guys why. First of all, the price is pretty crazy. The price on this, I have all my notes, is $149 and wireless adds $20. But this is really cool because it's a 60% keyboard. So this is the same people who made that Darling flippable keyboard type thing. This is a neat little keyboard because it's a 60 with a numpad that you can actually make southpaw or just regular. I'll show you guys. I actually really like the layout. I don't think I've seen something like this in quite some time. It's a really nice hard shell case. Yeah, the DR70, yeah. It's Win Studio. You told me to come back next stream and ask you. Yes, I will do that after we're done all today stuff, Ivan. Flip 6P. Cute. What color did they give us? Oh, I'm intrigued. A lot of the keyboards in this price range don't come with a nice zip-up case like this. I mean, that's already a plus. And look at this. Little pull tab for the keyboard? Excuse me? This is already a big step up in terms of packaging. Yeah, the case comes with it. I think this is just... is this Daring Run board? Yes, this is. It's one of the DR boards. Why do I have a dinosaur? Huh? So these are just screws, silicone bump-ons, and Allen key. So let's keep these to this side, and I'll put this back. The case looks really good. Do you mean like people came for the keyboard case but stayed for the keyboard's packaging case? Big true to be honest. Oh, even has like the little protection flap. I love this in cases, by the way. Little shout out to any case who includes this little bit over here. You know why? It protects all the stuff on top from touching the keyboard when you're done with it. I absolutely love that feature. And then let's take out all this stuff here and look through it, I guess. Anything else? No, no extra surprises. Oh, this is dark gold. Interesting. So we have our PC plates. Foam and looks like feet, maybe? PCBs. Nice to see a light colored case instead of the usual black. I'm gonna be honest, I prefer when companies don't send us white or black keyboards. I prefer like the fun colors. So I think it's a good representation of like, or at least silver, the most neutral. I think it's a better representation of what the keyboard actually like, you know, can be. We'll take a look at the PCB here. I am seeing pogo connectors. I am seeing that. It's a nice color, actually. This is dark gold. I don't know if I'd classify this as a dark gold. Oh, look at that. I like this little badge on the back here. Wow. This is actually really pretty. It kind of recesses down a little bit too, so you get kind of this cool little effect there. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call this a dark gold. This is more of a brown, but this does look really good. Oh, I love this too. I think Win Studios has a, you know, a track record, or DR Studios too would have this too. But they have this kind of like accent piece in the center, which I always really like. I think all of the Win Studios keyboards have had that. And now we can decide whether to make this southpaw or keep it. Oh wait, how does this work? Interesting. Super, super interesting. Very cool. Now is this interesting? So they have pogo connectors, but it's still a screw together case, which makes sense, I guess. Cool. Yeah, nothing really pops out here. I think you switched the mid piece. I don't know if did I get another mid piece? They also sent over some aluminum plates and stuff too, but they did it before the Win board. The mid pieces, yeah, they have on all the Win Studios boards. They have mid pieces. Wait till you see the triple pogo connectors. I know, I can see a whole bunch in here. What the? They got so many pogo connectors. Wait, that's kind of sick. Why don't you turn the internal weight around to swap to southpaw? Do you guys want me to do southpaw or regular? It's totally up to you guys, because that's the cool thing about this board is we can flip it around. That's like the selling point here, right? Like you can do either or. It also comes in about 7 colors. It's $149 for the solderable unit, and then add an extra $20 for the wireless hot swap unit, which we got the wireless one, so our bundle here is $169 technically. And we're doing south? Okay, we'll do south. And now they said this keyboard here is running, I mean, the website's kind of confusing, I'm gonna be honest. They put in stock. What they really should have done is the date that it's releasing, but they just gave me a very generic date, sometime at the end of August. That's what they said. I have no idea when. I would prefer if they just put coming soon instead of in stock. It makes people, like when I looked at this, I'm like, did this sell out or something? But it did not, so. It's a 60 with a numpad. Wonder if you can also mirror the numpad? That's what I'm curious about right now, and we're gonna open this, but do I need to cut this open? It's a 60 plus a numpad. Have we seen one like this? I don't think we've ever seen a 60 with a numpad that's flippable. This might be a first, which is actually really cool. I don't think we have. Tenet? Did it have a numpad? I thought it was just like an arrow cluster. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's the first one. I know, orange looks sick on this, dude. All right, so what do we got here? And what does it matter? Are these both the same? They're not both the same. You can technically do... Well, actually, let me double check plates. I think they give you both because you can do a flipped numpad. That is sick. Well, I guess you can just install either one, right? Like if you didn't want it to be flipped, you don't have to do it. That is actually so cool. Wow. Are these all pogo connectors or something? What the? Look at all these things. Interesting. So interesting here too. They have the connection. I don't love this, but they have the little toggle switch cut out on the PCB. And instead of making it, you know, on the top and whatnot, kind of have it just fished there. So you definitely have to use a little tweezers or something. So I love you. I love you too, dude. My one gripe with X98 is the LED caps lock indicator is locked to full bright red with no way to change it. I agree. They should make some of that stuff at least accessible, or I don't know. I don't know why some companies do that, where they just make LEDs like fixed and you can't touch them. I've had a few boards come in doing that, so. And I want to see the plate. Do we do polycarb for this? I think polycarb would be interesting. So the plate you can just flip too, because it's just a square. All right. This is actually pretty nice. So far, pretty nice. Decent price point. Looks pretty good. It's a pretty standard look, to be honest. Basic box on wedge kind of side profile. Nothing to write home about, but it does look cool with the accent piece. Cool little bottom piece. I don't absolutely love the, work design, DR Works design. It's all right. Feet already pre-installed, so I don't need to install anything. Lots of pogo connectors, which is interesting. It looks neat so far. Very cool. Most people still hate Southpaw. Well, you don't have to build it in Southpaw, but do people hate Southpaw? I'm not aware. Feels weird gatekeeping QMK files, even if it's custom. I don't know. I feel like it's probably a mixed bag of things for them, but yeah, I kind of agree. Oh, I don't think is there batteries already in here? Oh yeah. I think there's already batteries in here, so I don't think I need to do anything there. All right. Well, damn. Shit, do I have enough stabs for this? It's a 1.6 mil PCB, which I really appreciate as well. And I guess layout-wise, for the main part, we kind of gushed about the numpad and didn't look at this. Dude. Look at this. Split right. Is that ISO support? What? Okay, ISO support. It's crazy that I have to be excited about that. But ISO support, yeah, this is nice. Split backspace, split left, step caps. It is a fixed spacebar, but I'm fine with that. I get a lot of other options that I'm okay with that. These are little connector things. I don't know. It's so interesting. They're like, I guess, pogo connector style connectors. There's so many different things here. It's to connect these two together. You can kind of see that these two go like that, right? And then they have this extra little daughter board on the top that would just clip in. So interesting. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm actually really excited for this one here today. A lot of not new things, but like a lot of fun design choices here. Split backspace, split left and right shift. All that's missing is split spacebar. I'm not mad at it for not including that. So, but I do appreciate how much options and how many options we get here. This is awesome. So I want to do split right shift. Yeah, we'll do split right. And then I don't know what we want for numpad. I'm not decided on that yet. Split zero missing too. Are you guys okay though that they give you what looks like two PCBs in the hot swap unit anyways? I don't know if the solder unit will vary, but I think this is still great for options. Like, I'm not mad at this at all, especially at its price point. Obviously, if they gave you way more and like allowed you to do some split stuff here, I'd be like, yeah, it's freaking awesome. But I'm not mad that, they give you at least the option to do one or the other. They could have just said fuck it and give us one and then just, reversed it there. Thoughts on the Wind Ek? I like all the Wind stuff. It's solid IMO. That's the same with the solder, but more layout if I remember correctly. I haven't seen the solder PCB. I was trying to look for some other people's content, but it seems like a few people that I watched were all hot swap. I believe so. Is there not a solder PCB that they mentioned? Let me double check. Maybe I'm speaking out of my ass here. Oh, you're right. Wired hot swap. My mistake. I thought that was the standard wired solder. You're totally right on that. Wired hot swap and then a tri-mode hot swap. I think we got tri-mode today. So yes, it's standard or not. So this is going to be the only one here. Do you intend to match your shirt with the keyboard today? Stop, is it? No way, dude. Nah, it's a little darker. It's a little darker, but it is kind of like the same shade, no? You're not even wearing the same color shorts. It's pretty close. Yeah. Alright, let's start doing some stabs since we need a metric crap ton of these. I guess, you know what? I had some screw-in stabs for this. Let me just get my bag of clip-ins because I feel like it's going to be easier because I don't want to have to open up 2 packs of screw-ins. I didn't even know the color we got today. I literally got this keyboard in yesterday morning. Oh no. Yeah, yesterday afternoon or something. I just got this in because this is late. Cream color caps would be so fire on this. Yeah, I agree. Well, let's do, how many do we need? We need 3, is it 3 for this? Yeah, 3 for this. Let's count out here. I need some new stabs. I need like another run of stabs. I'm running low. Oops. I dropped you. Come back. All right. So 3 for that, and then we need 4 for the main PCB here. This board needs Greg? Huh? Oh, posture check from Cyber. Yo, Cyber, I appreciate you, dude. I need to get better on that posture, you know what I mean? Even bring my shoulders back. I'm doing this a lot too. I need to bring my shoulders back. This is still the same bag, but I did order a butt ton of these. But I really need to put in another order soon. Yeah, this is dark gold. Does it actually look the same like it does on the website? Yeah, I guess it does. I don't even know what I'd classify as dark gold. I feel like dark gold would be a bit more bronzy in my opinion. But yeah, this is definitely, I'd say more of a brown. I don't know. Naming scheme aside, it does look like the render here. It does look like it. Champagne? Yeah, maybe. How's it look from the side? Definitely has a tint of something in there. This Neon, how you doing, dude? Wires. Let's put these to the side and let's get some wood. This guy. And where's my brush? Alex, if it would help your posture if I could stand behind you while you stream, pull your shoulders back on your... Dude, just have someone in the back just yoinking on me, dude. Telling me big old nope. Don't sit like that. Botanical would be good. I don't know if I have Botanical available today. You need one of those posture straps? I've heard those are completely bad for you. I don't know. What I really need to do is I need to stop doing this with my shoulders. I don't need to drop them forward just because it's comfortable. I need to start, you know, not putting them all the way back, but I just need to like stop putting them forward, just bring them to my sides. And then what I need to stop doing too is I need to stop leaning forward like this while I'm doing things. And I just need to bring my actual like head back a little bit, and that's it. And not do this with my shoulders too. I find I do this a lot too. But I mean, it's a learning process. Yesterday I really sat down and I was like, dude, I need to fix this. I know I've been kind of talking about it for a while, but yeah, it's getting to the point where I'm just not happy with it anymore. Yeah, I mean the table's on the docket, I guess, the dock to buy. I want to buy a sit stand desk. To be honest, I'm a little afraid to pull the trigger because of how much money it is, but it's okay. I think for my health, I shouldn't be too afraid to pick that up. I was rear-ended last week. The posture check is going both ways. Oh shit, did you get hurt, Cyber? Little whiplash. Whiplash is apparently like one... I don't know how I stumbled upon this last night. Apparently whiplash actually makes a lot of people lose posture. Do yoga? I mean, yeah, I've been doing like different stretches and stuff. When is my break scheduled? I am going to be taking a break from streaming for like 3 days. Here, I'll tell you guys the dates. So, I will be going to the Novel Keys meet. That'll be the weekend of the meet. So what, August 3rd? So I'll have a few days to myself there. And then I'm going to spend a few days at home. And then, so it'll be from July 31st to August 6th. I'm going to take like, 6 days? But there's going to be a stream on the 31st and a stream on the 36th. So from the 1st to 5th, technically, I'm going to be like off. And then I'm going to take another few days off because I need to redo all this stuff here. Did I say 36th? 26th. I'm taking another few days off to redo all this stuff here. This stuff will all be changed, and that'll be like my second few days off as well. But expect a new and improved, hopefully, new and improved stream room. One of the major things really is just to get some ergonomic stuff fixed. Like, I think that's like the big thing. And then some change of location too. Alex, do you have armrests in your chair? If yes, don't use them. I never use them. They're literally at the most bottom position. I hate armrests. I've never ever once used them in my entire life. More time off would be positive. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're taking some time to myself, and then we're back at it. And then I think in September, the last few days of September, I wanted to take a few days off for myself as well. But I feel like this is the time of year lately where I've been like, all right, now I need to relax for a little bit. It's tape to pick this all up. I learned this trick from Tim. Such a good trick. You should take a month, to be honest. Perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. Armrests are too cumbersome for large desks. Well, you know what happens too? My armrest will run into this little under drawer that I have on my desk, and then it just like smacks my desk. It's really annoying. Where is my... Oh, I already have the brush right here. Is it needed to clip the stabs? Long story short, absolutely, dude. You 1000% should need to clip your cherry clip-ins. If not, they sound really muddy and they kind of have this mushiness to them. But 1000% clip your cherry clip-ins. Real talk, y'all are using armrest wrong? Well, I believe armrests, a long time ago, just some history on this, I talked to some guy, a bunch of people actually, about wrist rests. And in that conversation, some other ergonomic things were told to me too. One of the big things is seating position. A lot of us don't sit right. I never sit right. Honestly, even the days I'm like, I need to, I never do. And then armrests are meant to, just like wrist rests, are meant for resting your arm and resting your wrist during non-typing positions. This is why you guys never see me promote wrist rests. Like when someone sends me one, I'm just like, they're cool, it's expensive, I'm never gonna use this. They're not really meant for everyone. In fact, I would say you're probably gonna end up doing more harm than good using a wrist rest. Hey, but you know what never harms me? This neon. Love you, dude. I hope you're having a great day. All right. I almost missed your compliment, but I just checked it. Humans are meant to move. That's why I feel like good mesh backs on a chair is important to move. Well, okay. You want to know another thing? If we're going to talk about chairs right now, I can't sit in leather chairs. Even those fake leather ones. I don't know how anyone here does it. Listen. My ass starts to sweat on those things. I don't know how anyone likes sitting in those things. They're just disgusting to me. Hey Alex, just grab the Mode Envoy courtesy of you and your vids. One, I'm not sure if I used your link directly. I had a few tabs up on the site. Is there any way I can do anything so you get credit? I got a green board with copper. Honestly, Abe, don't stress. If you did or did not, I have no way to really tell. But I really appreciate even you just watching my videos. That's all that matters, okay? Don't even stress about it. I appreciate the thought, But thank you so much, Abe. I hope you enjoy the streams and the content too, man. Mesh is a must? Yeah. The TD bank chair is the opposite of comfy? TD bank chair, what's that? Like the chairs at TD? Like the bank? I don't think I've ever sat in one of those. Out of hygienic reasons, mesh chairs feel more sustainable. That too. I'm with you on that, dude. The big green chair? I don't know, man. I've never been into a TD with a big green chair like that. I have a leather gaming chair, but I bought a mesh sleeve to cover the seat area. Eliminates all sweat. Man, chairs are another expensive thing to go down. I have a leather gaming chair and I bought a mesh sleeve cover though. That's interesting. I used to have a gaming chair too and I absolutely hated it because it was so sweaty. Why are more endgame TKLs so pricey? It makes the F1 price seem so much more affordable. I don't mean to go down a rabbit hole on this pricing stuff with keyboards. I really don't. But I want to give like a long answer to this, and I hope you don't mind. And by no means am I angry, upset, nothing. I'm just going to talk. I feel like there's a lot of misconception with pricing and keyboards. If I'm being real, okay? I think a lot of people, they see like certain price points and it gets associated with something. I think what we need to all collectively do, even me, I do it sometimes too. We need to stop associating high-end with high-end price. Because we're in a hobby where a small designer could run something and maybe the cost of his design just ends up being expensive. It could also be a really bad design. It could be really cheap materials. It could be everything. But maybe the machining took longer. Maybe it's just really complex. Maybe he marked it up because he's valuing his R&D at a certain price or his labor. So there's a lot of like factors that go into everything. And there's even more minute factors and just more nuanced factors of things too. But I think it's best to, like, it's healthier too probably to stop looking too much at, you know, like, for example, there might be a board that only ran 15 and now it's $500 a unit. But maybe if that unit ran 500, it would have been $200 a unit. You know, because the MOQs and maybe, you know, Manu's giving them a discount on something. So I don't know. I feel like it's tough. It's tough to say because, you know, for example, your example is the F1, right? The F1 falls into that factor where it's like Gion has his own machines and they're his. Like his companies. And then Gion also sold a shit ton of those with like a higher MOQ and he doesn't even need to, he cuts out like a middleman there, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of differences.
Got to donate something in case I didn't use your link.
God.
Also,
Abe.
Thoughts on Ozu matcha keycaps with the green envoy, copper weight and accent? Or any suggestions? Thanks man for everything.
Abe, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate the $10, bro. Yo, my honest suggestion, Osame is really cool. It's really pretty. If you're into those things, the PBT keycaps and whatnot. I personally really like them, but I think, again, personally, you'll probably enjoy a good set of GMK. And the set that I was about to say that, what Mr. Scoop Bar just said. So I think you can either go the cute, you know, Osame lineup, which is also, you know, maybe you prefer PBT, or you go with GMK Olive. Is it Blink or Noir? The darker set of Olive. I think the darker set of Olive will look sick on the Green Envoy. It's a good looking set. I don't know if it's still available, but I think it's a good looking set. The dark one, yeah. Is Blanc the white one? Oh, well, the white Alphas? I don't know what they call each one. But thank you again, Abe. Really appreciate that, dude. Kyle, give me 1 second. I'll hydrate for you. Well, hydrate with coffee. Honestly, I needed this coffee today. Coffee was a must. Oh, it's sold out? Maybe just go with the Osama ones then. If it's sold out, that's a toughie. Then there's not really much that looks like it. Maybe Botanical? I think Olive is definitely more my vibe when it comes to that darker green the Envoy runs in. I personally love Noir more. I think that's just my like preference on the two Olive sets. Is it decaf? No, it's caffeine. It's actually I think it's a Robusta bean too. So I think Robusta has the more caffeine in it. It's like a little stronger, hits a little harder. I needed something today. I've been so out of it, dude. I'll still pass it. Like, Cyber, be honest with you, bro. I'll pass out still at like 12 o'clock. I probably shouldn't. I probably will sleep better if I don't have this. But I'll still pass out at the same time. Thank you so much for checking out the Ice Cendol switches. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it Ice Cendol? Dude, whatever that dessert is, like, it looks so yummy. I really want to try it now. Because I am dying of heat. The room is so warm. The AC's on, but I do not feel it one bit. I'm sweating, as you guys can tell. I'm gonna be honest, guys. This condo has the worst AC. Cendol? This has the worst AC I've ever had in my entire life. Like, it's just off and on, barely works some days, works really well one day, and then won't work for like a week. It's been like the worst experience. Last summer, it barely worked. This summer, we didn't have it until like a month into summer. Going through hoops with this stuff here, dude. Looks like you could have shown. What the, Ivan? What the? Huh? I'm in Texas and keeps my place at 69 Fahrenheit. Lucky. Also nice. Ooh. Hey, Alex, do you have a link to the board up by... Wait, do you have a link to this board? It should be in the exclamation point build command. Did it not save? Uh-oh. Exclamation point build? Oh, do you mean this one? Wait, Lost, which one do you mean? The top one or this one? Flips, yeah, it should be there. DR works. I have all this stuff linked today. All the stuff. Also, I think they're letting us keep this just so everyone knows. I totally forgot to mention that at the beginning. I will end up giving this away though, just so everyone's aware too. That's a promise to giving this away. We'll do a little stream in the future, probably in like a month or two. Well, actually, I think I said the next one's probably going to be like September, November. Almost done our stabs. There's a lot today. A lot of stabs. Found a clip from Mode themselves on the Green Envoy with the darker GMK olive set, and God bless your eyes for knowing what will look. Abe, you know why I know that it'll look good? Because I have a few dark green boards that I've done the same thing to. And dark olive is like insane on that board. Like, it looks so clean. Alex, do you have a board that no matter what you will never sell? If so, which? You know, the one board that I think holds way too much, I guess, sentimental value, despite me absolutely hating it, that I probably won't sell, is my M60A Lake. As much as I hate admitting that. It's because it was the first time I got to interact with anyone from the hobby. It was my, first time interacting with the more, I guess, core part of the hobby. And it really kind of set a really good precedent for me, because the first person I got to speak to and bought that board from was Mr. Keebs, who is a streamer. I think he's from Brazil. And he is the nicest dude. Like, I was so nervous buying that thing because I had commissioned a tofu from someone who just, soldered in stuff to a PCB. It wasn't lubed or anything. And that was my first time actually, wanting to build my own board. And not just kind of like, not take it serious. I want to take it super serious. And he was so nice. He answered all my questions. I've told the story a few times. I was nervous. He told me everything. He just basically sat me down and explained everything. He did not have to do that. And sweetest guy ever. Bought the board, built it, had a lot of fun with it. Ended up hating integrated plate, but really set a tone for what I wanted to see myself even be in the hobby too. Oh, it's integrated plate. It's fucking terrible. It's a terrible, terrible plate system. It feels like shit and sounds like shit. There's no fixing that board, dude. But I'll never sell it. My very first board was a Tofu, but my first like proper, I guess, higher priced custom is the M60 A-Lake. That's fair. Yeah, it's terrible. Mine's the Forever 65. It was one of the first boards I ever wanted, and when I got it, changed my entire mindset of what I wanted in a board. Oh, did it? What was all of your guys' favorite board? Mr. Gawk, how you doing, dude? If someone broke in right now, which keys are you grabbing as a weapon? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. If someone broke in right now, my first reaction would not be to grab a keyboard, just so everyone's like aware. But if I had to grab a keyboard, probably the Opus. That thing is like a brick. That's probably one of my heaviest keyboards. The Opus. Dude, I'm sweating so much. I apologize if I look disgusting, guys. It's so hot. The Nolan's too awkward to grab, I'm being honest with you. I don't think I'm emotionally attached to any of the keyboards I have. I mean, the only one keyboard that I would say I'm truly emotionally attached to is that M60. Like, being super serious when I say it, it's the only one, probably. I'm not like, even my own collab keyboards, like, I love them, don't get me wrong. Even my cameras, dude, like, they have a lot of meaning to me, and I'd be sad to see a lot of the stuff go. But I'm not saying this just to say it either. I definitely would be emotional if any of my stuff got stolen or damaged. But I probably would only be emotional for like a few days and then just completely just get over it. You know why? It's because I try to not look at this stuff as like the thing that's going to make me happy in life type thing. Like, it's just stuff. You can make it back. You can get it back eventually. What would break my heart more is if you lost someone in the community. You know what I mean? The stuff is stuff. My first one was a Tofu polycarb because of a YouTuber who made a cool video about it a few years ago. Who was it? Wasn't my first, but which one's that one there, Minty? I don't even know what board that is. I mean, I'd be more relieved that my stuff got stolen, but my people didn't get hurt. I mean, exactly. So wholesome. Thanks, Rassels. All right, let's do some of these stabs. I feel like I'm talking too much today. Talking way too much. I'm sorry, guys. I'd be more sad about losing my GMK sets. Hey, let me tell you guys something. You know actually what I would be super peeved at? If someone came into my house and stole all of my plate forks. I think that would actually irk me more, bro. Like, being dead ass right now, dude. That would irk me way more, because then I have to order new ones. They're not expensive. But geez, dude, I'd be so cheesed. Surely hope I can make it to a meetup in the near future. Way too much this year. Dude, this year's been so crazy. I wanted to do 3 meetups. I ended up doing 2, the Toronto one and the Novelties one. Maybe, well, actually, technically I've done a few Toronto ones, but we'll just say Toronto as a whole will be one time. I'm hoping there's a few more maybe that I can end up going to, but life's been really busy lately. The only set I would genuinely be upset about losing forever would be Greg. Bro, someone said, stick them up, give me your keyboards. I'd say you can take Greg. What if someone came in and only took Greg? Oh, dude, I would actually like reward them with something else. I would actually stop them and be like, "Are you sure you want that? I have plenty of other sets. Are you sure? Are you positive?" Greg at 1050. Oh my god. You know what? If we happen to get 40 subs today, I'll use Greg. Okay. What would you do if you discovered that all your GMK sets got replaced by Greg? I mean, God, why are you giving me nightmare fuel, bro? That's legitimately nightmare fuel. Sir, why are you committing self-harm? Drop that, Greg. I know, dude. Do you still have a full kit of Greg? Nah, I'm still using the redacted combo. We're using redacted Greg. Someone breaks in and just leaves more Greg. I feel like that would be Adam. Adam would be the first person to do that. Sell Greg and you'll never be free of him. Is it like a curse? Is Greg just a curse, dude? So just a tease of how crazy it's been. My fiance and I got new jobs. We're moving, getting married, having a vacation going on this week, and it just feels like it's nonstop things. Lost? I don't wanna like go into like, you know, what we do together because I think it's pointless. Let me just tell you, that is a lot of stuff. I feel like me and you can relate heavy right now. I'm doing a shit ton over the next week that all it's weird too, Lost. It all happens in the same goddamn week too.
So nice.
Right? It's weird. The few last months have been like quiet, and then everything's just like, all right, everything happened in 1 week. But first of all, yeah, congrats. Second of all, just stay patient. I know it's hard to do. I don't know if it's possible, but try to take a little bit of time off from that job. You know you just got
this
it, though.
This is the first community that has been as welcoming as it is.
Well,
I'm truly appreciative of everyone here. Also, what's your favorite host from 86? I'm so glad that you're enjoying the series as much as I did.
So my favorite OST, shit, I really want to play it, but I'll get fucking banned or in trouble if not banned. Hold on, let me tell you the song exactly. I have it in my Spotify playlist. My favorite one is, where is it? I favorited a lot of music lately. Voices of the Chord. That is my favorite one so far, Beldoink. I have been vibing with that one there, dude. I knew it was that one. It's the best one, man. It's so good. I've been really enjoying it. Absolute tearjerker. It's so passionate. You can really feel it. Clownfish, compliment. You know what else I'm passionate about? Loving Clownfish, all right? Clownfish, it's Saturday. You better be enjoying yourself. Love you, dude. And we appreciate you being here, dude. All of us, hopefully. I'm pretty positive I can speak for everyone. What other sets do you think would be good for the gray Neo Ergo? FTRO. That set, I think, would genuinely slap on that board, dude. Is Oblivion still available, though? Can you buy Oblivion right now? I don't know if you can. I don't think Miklon's available either. I think Miklon's like...
Damn, dude.
JQ, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I need a Neo Ergo, but my local vendor wants 4 months to get it. I understand why. I think that first batch is kind of like gone now. So I get it. Great dollar seats. Oh my god. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I can slowly feel the condo cooling down now. Thank god, dude. I was getting a little worried it wouldn't cool down. I don't want to turn this into an anime talk, but 86 is the first anime that genuinely felt so sad over. Beldoink, I hate to ask you this. Have you watched Violet Evergarden? You thought that was sadder than Violet Evergarden? 86 has been really good so far. I've been definitely like feeling some emotion. But dude, I cried my eyes out at Violet Evergarden.
Well, 458 gifted a tier 1 sub.
Thank you, Jan. Appreciate it, dude. I think that an anime that took me by surprise, sadness-wise, was... Why do I never remember the name of this thing? 1 second. A Place Further Than the Universe. I think that took me by surprise, and that was oddly really sad. You guys want this one here for the Southpaw? The flipped layout? Or do you guys want standard? I don't know which one you guys wanted to see. I can't remember now. Flipped, I think. Standard? Flipped one? Flipped? I'll let you guys pick. I think flipped is probably more unique. Okay, we can do flipped. I think flipped makes a little bit more sense. Has Alex... Oh, wait. Has Alex done anything with the shiny polished JTK HSA sets before? Yeah. I've taken a look at them. I've used them. They're nice sets. I like polished stuff personally, but I don't think they're everyone's cup of tea. I really think they aren't. Actually, I don't know if there's... I don't know if Rassel's is still in chat, but is there 70 or 90 in this? I might have to actually mix and match some switches. Believe it or not, I was actually going to be using these yesterday for the build that was supposed to be, which was the PAL. But the PAL got heavily delayed. So this is our backup board to use these switches on. And I didn't even think about this being a larger keyboard here. Also, before we... I guess we can put the switches in now. I have no idea if Mr. Keeps listened to 90. I think maybe it's 90. It kind of looks that way. Also, do you guys want aluminum or polycarbonate? I don't know why I think the polycarbonate will be a safer bet here. Because it looks like it's mounted from the PCB, right? So I think polycarb would be a little bit better. And I also am not super confident in this board's weight system. Only because I haven't opened it up to explore it yet. But it does look a little bit lackluster, to say the least. Also, I think, if memory serves too, there's a way to install faux blockers on this, but I'll double check. They sent over some other little tidbits here. The music be vibing? I think everyone's vibing today. Today's like feeling good for a stream, you know? It's good feeling here. Damn, this little pogo connector is awkward to pop switches into. How's it going? What's up, Hector? How you doing? It's going pretty good, I'd say. Pretty standard fare. I find PC tends to be more forgiving, especially with HMX stuff. I feel like it's a little bit more forgiving, mainly because HMX is a little bit brighter, well, very bright in terms of sound profile. Actually, let's grab this. I don't want to damage the back of this. Have you tried HMX Geon Raptors? No, I have not yet. I've heard very, very, very good things. I was a bit tired an hour ago, lied down for a bit, drank water, just opened Minecraft and stream came in. Oh, and my stream came on. Nice, dude. Minecraft is one of those games where I enjoy playing. I was thinking about booting it up the other day. I was bored and I was like, should I just boot up Minecraft and play by myself? I haven't done a solo world in Minecraft in some time. I always get, not that it's a bad thing. I'm very grateful people want to play with me, but I feel like it always turns into like a group thing and then nothing ever gets done because we're just like dicking around the entire time. But I really want to finish the game. Like I've never actually beat Minecraft. I've been binging Skyrim? Damn. Also, these switches are so pretty looking. These switches are nice looking, dude. Cleaning an old IMB buckling spring keyboard. Wish me luck. Good luck. Star dollars. That can't be fun, but good luck. One question. Why are you not tuning your wire? Did you do it off stream? What do you mean by tuning my wire? Do you mean balancing it? All of the wires in this bag, where is it? Where's my bag of wires? Anyways, I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's right here. All of these have been balanced already. And if you mean lubing it, I already lubed it. And then I tend to do all the extra lubing after I'm done installation. I do a very thin coat of everything right now. And the beautiful thing about cherry clip-ins is you can do all of the lubing, tuning for the rest of it, you know, the fine stuff with the exception of wire balancing after installation, and that's what I do. Can you give me a good reason why YouTube threw me your how to loop switches video while I'm watching you live? Are you looping switches? Are you looping switches right now? Is that the reason why? Also, balancing sometimes makes them worse. Yeah, there's a reason why in my video I didn't go ham on the balancing wire thing. Because some people overdo it and then they spend way too much time on their balancing of wire and then actually fuck up their wires. It's important, guys, but it's not that important. It's just good practice to make sure it's decently straight. Like, I think we need to end, truly, we need to end the whole, like, is it 100%, like, you know, completely straight? It doesn't need to be. If it's bent and you're noticing it's bent, yeah, obviously that's a problem. But if it's straight enough where it's not like rattling on a flat desk and, you know, it's fine. Like, you don't need it to be 100%. You can get it to be like 95% and still get the exact same results. If you guys are doubting me, guys, I have done hundreds upon hundreds of keyboards at this point. And let me tell you, I have never, even on like when I go ham on like fine tuning certain things, as I know I have people who really want them fine tuned, I have never done that. So is that how you justify your desk? So what if it is? Posture check, got you. That cut deep. I know, I gave Pazuzu a compliment and everything. Thanks for coming to my stream, guys. Never change the desk, it'll change you. Crazy. This would be better if you put in your YouTube supercut. Yeah, I know. Should. How do they sound no caps? We gotta see. It's hard to judge it with no caps yet. We haven't even put all the switches in yet, and that'll change it a little bit too. I think we should have more than enough switches. I think this is 90. Time to buy them. I'm not trying to create like FOMO or nothing, but do HMX switches typically sell out if they're popular? Because the macchiatos were a pain in the butt to get for me again. I had to like, yes they do. Oh. Yeah, because macchiatos were really annoying because I really liked the macchiatos, and that when we did the stream with that and then everyone started buying macchiatos, I mean, just every fucking HMX switch at this point. I feel like if they're popular, they sell out, and then they're just really hard to buy. I've tried the caramel pudding ones. They're okay. I think if I didn't really like love them, but they were good. So far, my favorites, the classics, have been... Actually, I really liked those purple ones, but I don't remember what they were called. Purple Dawn? Purple Dawn was nice. I like the cheese switches, macchiatos. I think the Kanglands were nice too. The Ghost Dragons are SWK switches, and just like HMX, my personal opinion, I think most of the SWK stuff also has a very similar sound profile. I've tried about 5 or 6 different SWK stuff so far, and I will admit, it's hard to tell the difference. Zinhais I'm actually like not a personal fan of, but everyone seems to really like them. But HMX is the same thing, like a lot of them end up sounding the same. There's very different, minute, nuanced, different sound profiles maybe. But I tend with HMX switches, it really just matters about the spring and what kind of, I don't know, what kind of like travel distance do you want more than anything. These look good. These look super pretty in this. You should try Snow Crash. I did try Snow Crash switches, but I heard Snow Crash switches got not recalled per se, but there's like a big issue with them or something people were telling me. I tried them on a client build. Someone had sent me like prototypes of them or something. Jammies were pretty good too. Came to a stump when watching your video. You say line up the feet with the leaf. I don't quite get the picture there, but I assume it's easier to visual when I'm actually doing it. What do you mean by that? For the switch, when you're closing the switch? I think I have a visual of it. The switch basically, I mean, I would just pay attention to how you're opening it and just close it the same way. The factory lube is bad, they're remaking them. Yeah, someone was saying that. Also, what's up, Tyrant? How you doing? My inspiration for ice Cendol specs was a combination of Kingland and cheese. Rascals, I have a question for you. The switches so far, they look really cool. Listen, I have no clue. And I think I need a crash course in this. What is PA2 and what is PA12? What kind of plastic is that? Is that some sort of proprietary blend? I've been seeing it on a lot of the different HMX switches, and let me tell you, I'm pretty confused. I have no idea what those plastics are. It's a nylon blend. It's 10 more plastics. It's very confusing. Damn, maybe I need to like go dive deep into this and really get more information on this. So it's a nylon blend. What's it blend it with? Or is it just blend it with like different types of nylon? Some fiberglass, some have fiberglass, some don't. Interesting. Off the top of my head, are they the ones with fiberglass? I'm not too sure. It just says PA2 and PA12.
What's the best mounting style for the Alexotos? Also, I love you.
Huh? I love you too, Zen. Dude, the aluminum tofu, I would go with the beam gaskets. Or whatever they're calling those things, dumbbell gaskets. I think those are really good. It's the common nylon used in P866. Interesting. Blend it with asbestos? Oh my god. Hey, chill with that one, man. I honestly just Franken-switch Kingland and cheese and then copy the materials. That makes sense. Hey, I respect it and that makes sense. So this is like, it started off as like what, a Franken-switch? I feel like a lot of switches do that nowadays. Alright, so I guess the only confusing part now is which dumbbell goes which way. There's a thicker part of this and a not thick part of this. Switches look good though. Nice and bright, Jesus. I think the bottom part is the thicker part, but let's open this up because they also have a different notch on these things. Imagine a full asbestos blended switch. Why are we imagining this? Oh my god, Don. Does this board have a magnetic daughter board? Yeah. It's a magnetic daughter board with screws in the case. Believe it or not, I actually really like the look of screws, so I'm here for that. From an aesthetic point of view, I really like that. I guess it kind of doesn't really make sense, you know, when you have all these screws and, you know, then you throw in a magnetic daughter board. I feel like it makes more sense when you're doing it. Oh, wrong bit. You guys know what I mean? Like, it makes more sense when the whole thing is just really easy to assemble and disassemble, but I mean, I appreciate it though. What's up, Dynamite? What's up, Keebs and Cables? How you doing, man? Keebs and Cables. Ooh. In my old high school robotics team, what happened? God, dude, it's still so warm here. Truly Chewy, who does all the colors for our matching on our switches. Here's the my Pantone wife. Let's see. Very, very cool. Oh, look at these. Nice little cables on these too. Have you tried all the Hall Effect switches? I've only tried, dude, listen, I've tried like 2 or 3 of them at this point. They're all just okay. I've tried some of the really good ones people have recommended me now. Like a lot of this stuff I did off stream, by the way. It's not something that needed to be built, and I didn't really have a lot of input on them. So I don't know. They're just okay. A lot of those Hall Effect switches. I'm a little bit in a weird spot with those because I see the potential and I truly think they're the future to a certain degree. They're still not as like, I don't know. I feel like less inclined to use them personally because I don't really need them. Rocket, thank you so much. And I guess from my standpoint too, like I would probably set it once and then forget it because like I don't really need the tech for myself. I don't really need like, you know, to change my actuation points on the fly or all that jazz. The idea of it makes sense for people who do need it because I have friends who have told me that they're constantly switching that stuff depending on the game. But I know there's other features and benefits to them too, but I don't know. I haven't found a need for it myself. And having something that's like what? You know, even a pressure sensitive type thing, like it's cool, but where you can kind of walk with the Switch too, like I don't know, I just haven't needed it yet. Have you seen the new Razer Inwooting board with the cheating keyboard? Bro, you know what? I don't even know what to think about that. To me, it isn't new. It's just like they've added to official software. But wasn't that like a thing and people got banned for it? Wasn't that like an actual like cheat? But like not a cheat per se, but you know what I mean. I don't know how to describe it. Wasn't that something people were getting banned for at one point though? For real? There's that mid piece, by the way, guys. All right. So how does this work? This just stays here, which is cool. There's a battery underneath this guy, and I think a battery underneath this guy. So there's the batteries, that little tiny little baby weight here on the back, which I think looks really nice. Not a whole hell of a lot happening with this, but it does sound pretty solid, which is great. Now, to flip this around, I'm assuming I just do it like this, which makes me beg the question, did I screw something up here? No. Does this get put here? Ah, I move this here. Interesting. So let's do that because you guys want southpaw. Yeah, and I need to flip the mid plate too, so this would be like that, I guess. All right, so let's... Oh, look at that. Actually, in the mid plate, they have these little bumpers. I didn't even notice that. That is really a good idea. Little bumpers that kind of sit there as well. Cool. Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, it's a little bit of a weird installation for sure. And it's one thing even with the Win series boards that I've always been like, you know, like could be better type thing, but didn't help on the DR70F, which didn't help. Still had to force break it. Maybe they've changed it. Who knows? This is interesting too. They got like more pogo connector type things on the top. So no need for cables here. They do make you switch bits, which is a bit funny. Huge flashback. Probably spent a year on... what's your long-term impression of the... Oh, is that... The Y8 was so interesting. We ended up giving that away on stream, Lost. But I really... You know, I was actually pretty heartbroken to give away that one there. It was a nice board. That was a really nice board. I don't have any long-term impressions of it, though, because we did end up giving that away. I want the new Ori 65 so bad. Dude, I am extremely stoked for that board. That is like my major want for boards right now. Would be that particular board for sure. I had one customer that lived 5 minutes from my house. I'd throw his order over the fence. That is funny. That is funny. Okay. So I guess this is done. And now, oh shoot. Was this supposed to go this way? Or is this supposed to go... No, this is supposed to go this way. Like that, on the top. Yeah, there we go. Goes like that, I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty sure. Cutouts for the pogos? Yeah. Okay. Now, let's put in our little gaskets. Actually curious, this just like press in? Oh, interesting. That is so cool. All right, so let's put these little guys on now, these little dumbbells. I'm pretty sure the thicker part goes on the bottom. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. So we're gonna do the thicker part on the bottom. Do you have a new go-to board for first boards, or you still stick to the Envoy? Believe it or not, I'm still on Team Envoy for that. I think it's a great first board. But if you want like a more updated, I guess, version of their 65% keyboards from Mode, go with the new 65. The new 65 makes a hell of a lot more sense for a lot of people. Okay. So this just sits like this then. That's interesting. So it also aligns with the little bumper dumbbell gaskets too. Sits pretty snugly there too, which is good. All right. I still love my OG Mode 65 half plate. Yeah, there's a lot of love for the Mode 65. Dude, Mode's just killing it still. Like, Mode's doing a great job on their customer service standpoint. Everything. The safest bet for me, though, when it comes to 65s, is still going to be the Mode 65, the new one, or the Envoy. Other 65s, I'm not, like, 100% sold on yet, personally. Ow. Okay, these are a little bit painful to clip in. Oh, look at that. No mounting point under the spacebar. Damn, thank you. Finally. Sometimes we see these type of boards with just mounting points everywhere and it's just like not thoughtfully put down, so appreciate that. It's become very easy to recommend Mode boards to beginners since they sell everything. Yeah, plus customer service is there too, and I know this gets completely you just ordered. Did you just order it, Arden? Thank you, dude. But I know this completely gets like thrown around a lot. But that is so seamless. Hold on one second. That is such a nice feeling to just drop this in. And it turns on. That is such a nice feeling. And then this should just literally, I mean, I guess let's just do it like this. This should just pop on here. And then we can, it's going to be an in-stock drop at the end of August. I'm going to be on, dude, my one gripe with them was the lack of exact dates. They didn't really give me an exact date. They just said roughly end of August. And then on their website, which makes it more confusing, they put in stock still, even though it's not actually in stock yet. They didn't give you like a date there either. I'm assuming if you follow their Discord, they're going to, post more dates, hopefully. But as of right now, yeah, it's a little confusing as to when the exact date is. Because it's such a well-priced keyboard and the layout's cool. It's also a flippable layout. I'm so tired of sites saying in stock, but not actually. It's not a hard fix. Yeah, they could just literally put a date there. That's it. Keycap said August. Yeah, and in their Discord, I looked in their Discord before the stream, and I was like, let me research, see an exact date. Nada. Asked the question too. Nada. No exact dates yet. I'm very much looking forward to trying these switches though. I think it's gonna be a nice combo with this board. Mode's such an amazing vendor. I just wish I actually liked their design aesthetic. They're not for everyone, yeah. I can definitely tell you I've met a lot of people who don't like Mode design stuff. Like the aesthetic of it anyways. Also, Kyle, thank you again for those bits, bro. Look at it. Look how weird the switches look in this. Like, they look so fake from this angle, but the switches do look really pretty. It's a nice layout, too. 60 with a numpad. We may... I'm hoping we don't need to add foam. I'm still a little bit hesitant on this board when it comes to the metallic sound signature, because there's not a lot of, like, stuff in the bottom other than the batteries. It does look good though, huh? I'll try some of the switches in the Sonnet as well, so we can get like an idea of how some of these sound on a different board too. Where did you get the keycaps in the Alexotos board? It's retro Zuyan with some orange accents from another kit. If you pick up Heine Beige, you can probably get the exact same aesthetic. Now, what keycaps to use for this? Actually, I have an idea. I want to use FTRO. I think that would look super sick on this. 1 second. Whew. Mode and chat. I have the terrible want to redesign my setup. It's a toxic trait me thinks. I mean, I'm going through that right now too, so I don't blame you. Okay. I have a feeling I'm gonna want to use this, like this accent kit, but I still love this, by the way. I'm keeping these. These are fun little packaging for the Switches. I love fun little packaging. All right. Oh, it's upside down. Do you guys want to vote? I just got this off of the out of the box. I didn't know it was upside down. It came like that, okay? It's a gorgeous box, dude. Do you guys want to vote? Or nah? Should we not vote today? Okay. Me personally, Ryan, I actually prefer regular on my Southpaw, but I know a lot of people prefer this. I prefer regular schmegular, truth be told. I'm not really into the flipped layout personally. It confuses me. All right, let's go set this up. Slash prediction. Start prediction. Will this set be messed up? You have 2 minutes, yes or no. You guys know the rules for this, as always. Even if one keycap is messed up, that counts as a mess up. Even if it's one singular keycap. The box is in super good shape. Novel Keys shipping is pretty insane, to be honest. Damn, I haven't seen the box in person, my first time. Very nice. This set's really cool, by the way. The accents are super sick too. What is the F in the mouse that you're using? Wait, what happened? What is that F in the mouse that you're using? It's like a literal mouse pad? Oh, it's a trackpad. That's it. It's the Apple trackpad. It's 400,000 versus, what are the points right now? 400,000 versus 120,000 points. God damn. I was so convinced the last box was good, and then I know. Honestly, this is probably not going to be good. Watch. It's like so deceiving all of the time. I agree. But the box looks in perfect condition though, so. I wish the mode loop came in a light blue. Like a baby blue? That would be quite nice. We're gonna use this too. I'll wait to put this on now. While this is going, I'll put away some of these bump-ons. Clean up the desk a smidge while we wait here. I'm never good at cleaning my desk as we go. I'm always so bad at it. Overall though, quick little thoughts on the board. The board, I personally think, with the exception of sound profile, because we haven't done that yet, there's a lot of stuff in this board I think people will really like. Easy, decently easy to assemble, flippable layout. You get a good PCB with a lot of options. As for longevity of the PCB, obviously I can't tell you that, we just unboxed it. But you get a lot of options in building this. Different numpad PCBs altogether, so you can go flipped or regular. Maybe lack of some different numpad options, like splitting some of it, like the zeros or whatever it is. But super, super awesome so far. The design aesthetic of this is simple enough, but I think it accommodates the ability to flip it over, which makes a lot of sense. So, all right, here we go. We're using cherry clip-ins. Box looks cool. Box does look cool indeed. All right, here we go. I mean, F keys are never messed up, but obviously a good start to this. Okay, good so far. I'm happy with this. Yeah, that looks good to me. Yeah, that looks good too. Oh. Hold on. Oh, I did not. No. Even though it's not a big mess up, it's still a mess up, dude. No, it counts. That counts. It's messed up. Even if it's a little mess up, we gotta count that, dude. It's not rigged, dude. Oh my god. It's not 100%. That one little mess up, dude. Right there. I heard you shake it beforehand. Oh my god, dude. Actually fucking scammed. Okay there, buddies. Let's do a prediction. This was indeed messed up. To the believers, you believed and you were gonna get rewarded now. Feels like a cult. All right, will this be messed up? Yes, it will be messed up. It is indeed messed up. Unusable. Is it even safe to use in that state? Well, I think we have to throw away the set now because this was on its side. Damn, that is an unfortunate, dude. That is an unfortunate turn of events here. Actually, before we go too far, let's just quickly tune the stabs. Just this one here, anyways. I don't know if the other ones are good or not. But spacebar always needs a little extra love. First time voting right? Oh, really? That's really awesome. Oh, this way here. Plus 25K? God damn. Winning on a no has worse odds than winning on the lottery. No, we've had the biggest upset I've ever seen was we had 1 million on yes. And there was only like 100, not even, I don't even think there was like 100,000 or whatever. Maybe around that on no. And I opened it up and it was not messed up. And it was the biggest upset of points. Like it was the biggest transfer of wealth basically in this community I've ever seen. Like people lost hundreds of thousands. It was fun. It was kind of funny though, to be honest. That was unbelievable. Were you there that day, kids? It's kind of funny. I think this is a good set for this actually. It's supposed to be a I mean even the switches kind of feel really good on this. Like color wise. I think we oh, that sounds pretty good so far. I thought it was going to be way brighter. I think the PC plate was a good choice for these particular switches. Alex's stream simulated the Great Depression. God damn. Idea for next stream. Every key that's messed up is included from getting onto the board. Oh, exclude it? Oh, interesting. I really like that idea, actually. That is an interesting idea. Question for you guys. Should we go yellow on the top or whatever this is, like this chalk color on the top? I do like the idea of putting the number row as something different. Yellow or chalk? Alert top for sure. Looks like everyone's saying yellow. No, yellow's definitely winning. I did not know the durometer of an O-ring had a massive effect on sound. Dude, I do not like soft O-rings. Like when their durometer is lower than 50, I tend to not like them. So, Olympus cameras are amazing, Grev. I don't know about their newer stuff, but some of the older stuff that they used to make was always great. I had friends who exclusively used them. Oh, this is nice. The set looks clean on this board. Yeah, I agree. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting sound profile. Oh. It's a nice touch too. Alert on the top for this. Oh wait, no, this doesn't work like this. I don't know how num rows work. I never really use them on my boards, so I'm hoping I'm getting this right. No spoilers. Stop teasing us. My bad. My bad. No more teasing. Damn, this kit, even the base kit seems pretty well included here. Alt. Durometer is an instrument. Wait. So when someone refers to a durometer of an O-ring, oh, I guess it is called shore hardness, huh? I think, you know why I'm getting that confused? My own mistake. But I used to work in a place basically where they called everything like 60 duro and like 50 duro and yeah. They mean short, I guess they mean hardness. You're right. No, you are correct on that. You are correct. I'm misremembering it. But I think a lot of people just use that word nowadays to mean hardness. But I do think it is the way to test the hardness, not so much the hardness itself. I love that yellow row so much. Yeah, the yellow row looks so good on this. No, I'm pretty positive Astronomer's right. I'm pretty positive. I'm not one to admit that I am wrong. Have you seen the Razer keyboard software that's kind of like cheating? Oh, we were kind of talking about that. I'm gonna be honest, guys. It can be cheating. Let me tell you my personal thoughts on that. You could give someone who's decent at gaming every advantage possible, and I mean this with no disrespect. If your game sense isn't there, and you just aren't willing to like commit to studying the game, having those little advantages, they might help, maybe, but they're not going to matter much in the super long run of things. Because everyone gets that advantage technically if they go buy that keyboard, for example. So, and some people might have different skill sets that would counter that particular advantage. So, I don't know. I think game sense and, you know, knowing how to counter things and all that jazz matters more in the long run. Will you enter the Kohaku raffle? If I didn't have a Kohaku already, I would. But I'm fortunate enough to have a Kohaku, so I'm not going to enter just because I'd rather people who don't have one or maybe collect them more so than I do to get them. But I already have one, so I'm blessed to have the one, and I think I'm good for now. Can you enter for me? Oh my god. I cannot do that, unfortunately. Wait, there's Kohaku raffle? I don't know. I really don't follow it too much, to be honest. But I'm guessing there is. I do like the separated PCB and plate here. I think this is fantastic. I'm curious to see, though, if this actually... Oh, this looks great. I'm curious to see if this actually works, though. Like the PCBs, the way they kind of attached. Let me see. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's actuating. Yeah. So this little wireless, I guess you don't even need to use a JST here. It connect it. It works. DD Klein, how you doing? Interesting. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. So that is interesting how that worked. I think it was what? Was it down here? No, it was up there. So it's using a wireless, like what felt like the Pogo connector, but I don't know if the top was magnetic. And then it has the magnetic connector underneath there. Very cool. It made, dude, I have to admit, other than the screws, if you guys are not into unscrewing things, and hey, maybe this is not the keyboard for you, but other than the screws, this was a pretty easy keyboard to build. Like, you didn't need to worry or fuss with any cables, and switching this becomes really easy, right? All right, so we're using a polycarbonate plate, the ice Cendol switches, some cherry stabs, no foam, but we could add bottom foam if we need. So the alphas are sounding really good so far. It's very crisp. Like, it has a distinct... Ooh, let me unplug this. It has a distinct sound profile to it, for sure. I would like to see this particular spacebar, like this switch, maybe in a different board. I think maybe this board is leaning... Yeah, it definitely doesn't sound as thin, that's for sure. I mean, the rest of the mods sound great. I would probably try a different spacebar, but I mean, I don't want to blame the Switch because there's different boards need different spacebars. It happens. We've had boards where the Nixies sound terrible. We've had boards where the Nixies sound, you know, they're a hit. I would probably switch to a different one. The alphas, though, are outstanding. They feel really good. Nice Cendol switches. Cendol. I'm gonna switch to the spacebar. Let's switch to a Gatoron switch. I think this board is maybe screaming for something a little bit heavier in sound profile. Or you know what? Let's even do a Obscura switch to start and see how that sounds. Are these similar to Eva? I'd have to check the specs. I'm not too sure what these would be most similar to. The alphas sound fantastic though. Yeah, I think the deeper... Ooh, this is actually a nice pairing right here. Yeah, it's definitely has some bounce, this keyboard too. Ooh, that is a nice pairing. I want to try one thing though. I'm curious. So, if you guys don't mind me playing around here for a minute. I'm going to open one of these up and just kind of move the lube around a little bit. Actually, let's open the one that we used. Plus, I want to see how well this one here is particularly lubed. How's the numpad? Sounds good. The lube on this one here looks good. Yeah, I'm going to move it around a little bit. And I'm also going to better lube the spring. The one thing that HMX kind of lacks on, ever so slightly, is I feel like they go a little too light on the oil on the springs. So let's just grab our brush here and let's use some lube. We appreciate when you cook. Thank you, thank you. Because I don't want to, I actually think this switch would sound great. It's just, maybe it needs to be a smidge heavier, believe it or not, in the lube department. But on a ranking of other HMX switches, these definitely feel and sound a little, I don't know, they're snappy, they're crispy sounding. I definitely feel like they sound a little deeper than the other HMX switches for sure. Yeah, they sound way better now. I think it was really the spring there. The spring had a bit of a weird crunch. Maybe it was that one particular one. Let's give it a go. See what happens. I mean, that sounds different to me, and that was the exact same switch that we... Does it sound different to you guys? Should I just move around the lube? You know what? I was about to touch the lube on my end here, and I think I just barely touched it because that particular one that I lubed didn't have much on it, which is weird because I feel like some of the other ones are... I mean, you can kind of hear it. You can hear the spring just ever so slightly. Just ever so slightly. But I'm going to try the bottom foam on this board because I still feel like the board would benefit from just a small amount of foam on the bottom and bring it to life, to breathe some life into it. Where's my screwdriver here? It's the first time I've heard a spring on your stream. I mean, we haven't lubed these. These were straight from the factory, right? This goes with every switch, though. There's no switch exempt from this, okay, guys? I'm being dead serious. If you want the best experience with your keyboards, like, heed this advice if you could. You want the best experience with your boards? The best thing you could do is make sure your switches are done properly, including pre-lubricated switches. You know, I have to admit, the HMX stuff is a great starting point. And I think that if you end up buying the HMX switches, all you might have to do is just open them up and move lube around. But I really do think, and I'm a firm believer, that the best experience you'll have with the keyboard is just making sure switches are all done properly. Obviously, there's other factors to things, but some general advice, I guess. The Curry switches aren't lubed, I don't think. I don't remember if they are or not. I don't think they were they? All right, so let's get that bottom foam, so I want to try that out. I mean, HMX is definitely good enough, for sure. The pogo pen kind of feels wasted, so the case takes 8 screws. Can I give you an alternate point of why I'm a little bit on the fence of it being wasted? I agree, and that's what my initial thought was too. I think I said it on stream where I'm like, oh, this kind of makes no sense why it has that as well. But the but here is, I actually think it makes sense considering to flip this around now instead of having to unplug stuff. I can just literally drop this here. I can drop this here, unscrew this piece, and then just put it here. And then I have another keyboard. And yes, it takes, what, a total of 10 screws done 2 times, so to open and close. Because 8 on the bottom, 2 for that daughter board. But it's very interesting. And if you guys are wondering how this works, and like you guys are just tuning in too, I think this is really cool actually. It's the first board I've ever seen like this. They're using like a magnetic connector over here and over here. And it pairs up with the magnetic connector sitting on, it's like a little bridge. So it removes the need for a cable. It allows the keyboard to have 2 separate entities that you can flip around for 2 different layouts here. I think that's super neat. It's Daring Run. They have Daring in their name. Yeah, it's super cool. I'm going to, like I said, install some of this foam because I feel like I want to. But you know what I'm actually considering? I'm considering, I don't know if this will actually work though. It probably won't, so let's not do that. Let's just use this foam as intended. It's freaking genius though. Yeah, it's a very smart idea, I have to admit. Very, very smart. I think it's a super good idea. What I would suggest from Daring Run though, and this is just my opinion, I would say Daring Run, maybe what they lack truly, they need to work on the weight designs of their keyboards. I understand people, you know, they have to incorporate the wireless aspect of it, you know, put batteries in and all that jazz. But I think this keyboard would be literal perfection if they decided to work on a better weight design on the bottom. Like, this keyboard would be insane. And by that I mean add more density, add a bigger block of something here. It might increase the price. I would even say, what, maybe my expectation would be $20. But I would personally rather spend the $20 on getting a denser weight on the bottom, which can help make the sound more full. However, we did just put foam in the bottom, so. Does the weight doesn't align with the bottom? The weight is a bit recessed. I don't know if you guys can see that. It has like a, this is everywhere, all around it. It's a bit recessed inwards. This should really be cool if this came upwards here and then acted as the back piece. That would be really cool too. But I mean, this is visually really fun too. I like that. I'll show you guys an up close of it once I screw this last one in. It's a neat looking weight. Imagine if they brought this even like that. That would be really cool. Do I like it with the foam? Oddly enough, I might have liked it more before. It didn't really kill any of the flex though. It has a battery. Yeah, I don't know if I like the case foam on this. It just feels too like aggressive, and it's kind of like making the keyboard sound flat now. Made some of the keys sound a little better. Let me tune the spacebar just a smidge bit more here. Yeah, I liked it more no foam. It needs the aluminum plate. I don't know. Does it need aluminum? I think the polycarb works ever so slightly. Yeah, little tuning there helped a lot. I mean, well, we have to tune the spacebar, right? You have to get the spacebar right. I did like it a smidge better with no foam. Overall, though, it sounds still, like, I'd still use this and be happy with it. It does sound a little thinner, oddly enough, with the foam. Sports characters, the stabs must be perfect, and if you go PC plate, you need the right switch for it. I think, I don't know if I'd go with aluminum personally. I think the aluminum might bring a lot of the harsher notes out of it. It might bring the keyboard a bit to life. Who knows? But I would definitely probably go with no foam. Get some of that metallic resonance, like, you know, pumped up with this board. I think the HMX switches worked pretty good with the PC plate here. If you're gonna go aluminum though, I'd probably recommend something super deep for the aluminum. Overall, I don't like assign numbers to these things, but I would say the sound profile is like okay of this board. I can definitely tell it's a little hollow, a little empty, a little flat. Not to say that, you know, you can't tune this up and maybe choose a better switch for this, or like it's there, but something's just ever so slightly missing. The switches feel really good, and I want to put some in the sonnet really quick too, just to see how we like them. Overall, though, the board's really fun, and I think if you're just kind of after something that you can have a lot of fun with a numpad that's a 60 and a unique layout with a unique overall theming around it, like the flippable 60 with a numpad, a lot that this has to offer. A lot. So very cool from Daring Run here. Oh, it sounds great with no desk pad, by the way. Damn. Has a lot of like bass with the layout, or bass with this. I wonder if no feet on this board would work probably better than. Maybe the feet are holding it back a little bit. Are the feet adhesive though? Yeah, they're adhesive. The feet are bigger this time. I mean, it's probably the pairing for it or something. I have it on. I don't know. Something happened there. Let's try some of the switches in the sonnet, and then also we'll switch the keycaps in the sonnet. Overall, though, fun. If you guys, I think my overall thought process on this is if you were looking for something like this, you did want something that, actually, what's the front height on this guy? Had a little bit of a, you know, fun build per se. This might be a really good pickup. Front height's really good on this too. It's about, including this little bottom piece over here, about 20. Not bad. Right on the tail end of where I normally like it, so pretty nice. Yeah, there's a green light flashing. So overall, I'd say you can probably get the sound to sound a little bit more full. Definitely has like a hollow nature to it, so you probably need to pick specific parts for this. Would like to see Daring Run experiment with a thicker or just more substantial weight here on the bottom. I might have to try aluminum plate on this too, maybe with some deeper switches. Maybe that'll help with this board too. But let's try this on it. Let's do this one here. Plug this in for now. That'll be the keyboard I use. So, actually, let's take this. Honestly, if we have time tomorrow, maybe we'll rebuild that with an aluminum plate too. We're just gonna try some of this with the ice Cendol switches. The feet are bigger though this time. Yeah, and I think a lot of people have been a little bit on the fence with some of the feet in this hobby. Some people are like, they hate how the feet have becoming like the whole length of the board in some boards, you know. So these sound really good. Almost very close to the Obscuras for the Alphas. A little brighter, definitely a little sharper. Let's try this space bar here. A little sharper. I would say even a little bit more airy sounding, if that makes sense. Like they sort of sound like, yeah, a bit more plasticky, a little bit more like open. The Obscuras have a bit more of a noticeable depth to them. Definitely one of the, I mean, I'd probably say this is like the third or second deepest HMX switch though. So if you guys are HMX fans, but if your goal is to get a super deep one, I really think the macchiatos are probably still a little deeper in my opinion for depth. But you know what I'm also very curious about? Excuse my my tinkering here. I want to see that one that we actually hand lubed. I want to see if this changes up our sound signature at all. A little bit, huh? A little bit. It's a smidge different, yeah. You can definitely tell it's a little bit more full with the hand lubing. It's like a deep pop. Yeah, it definitely has that. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, this goes this way here. Let's put the music back on, shall we? Not bad. I would say, again, I'd rank these as not the deepest HMX switch in the world, but definitely up there. I think if you're looking for, again, the deepest HMX switch, most likely Macchiato is still top of my book. We'll get vibrato here in a second, Ivan. Definitely still top on my book is 100% going to be Macchiatos. Macchiatos aren't as loud though, so if you're looking for like that loudness, these are probably your go-to. These are, oh god, I think someone told me I'm mispronouncing it, but they're the ice Cendol switches. I think someone said they're called Cendol. I might be mispronouncing it. All right, let me go get vibrato. Where is vibrato now? That's hella weird. Do I have vibrato? I think I do, right? Yeah, I got it. Gachupon is the deepest. I have not tried Gachupon. I don't really have a spot for these right now. Okay, I'll leave these to the side and I'll clean these tomorrow. The latter pronunciation is right, so Cendol? Okay. Oh god, I'm so sorry for you having to witness this. Clouds were thin. Clouds are thinner. Hey guys, listen. I think with HMX switches, the truest thing I can tell you, HMX switches, you really have to sit down and try a whole bunch. They're kind of, your mileage may vary depending on the board. Like there are some HMX switches for me that have completely saved a keyboard for me. Like they have been like the go-to, like what I'm 100% going to use. So vibrato's so classy. Yeah. The Swifts are good. You know, it's weird. I didn't really love the Swifts, but a lot of people do. Just like I really didn't like the what are they called there? The Zinhais, and a lot of people like the Zinhai ones too. Also, if the board's dirty, so I'm so sorry right now. These are Retro Zuyin. Actually, I can see these being really good in the Bower Light. But thank you again for Keebs and Cables for sending these switches out. I appreciate you guys. The Cendol switches are good. I think they're good. I think they're going to be not on the deepest side of the sound profile for the HMX stuff. I would say, like, I kind of called in the beginning because I felt them in hand. They're definitely more in the middle, I'd say. Maybe leaning towards the deep. Oh my god, please. F13. I might have to just keep you in there. There we go. Gotcha. Gray alphas only? Is there other alphas I can choose from in this set? Obscuras are deep, no real HMX comparison. Obscuras are... they're one of the most unique... I'd say them and the cream sodas. They have a bit of a scratch to them. And they also have a bit of the... I mean, they have a very deep overall sound signature. So if your idea was to like try getting a deep long pull switch, the only competition I'd say like long pull wise to the Obscura would be the cream soda. In fact, I would say they're pretty damn close. Pretty damn close indeed. HMX likes their clacks more IMO. Only thought you want to be the King Glands. King Glands I felt were like the second most thocky, if you want to call it that. Felt like they weren't quite as deep as the macchiatos. Maybe that's just my opinion. All right. What was on the bottom of this? How about the HMX Evas? They were good. I mean, they kind of felt like every other HMX switch, to be honest. I think weren't they more of a recolor more than anything? Gray alphas are separate from the base. Oh, I don't think I have that then, Ivan. I only have what's here. So whatever's here, I'm going to use for you, but I don't have anything extra. So if there was something completely different, I unfortunately don't have it. Already looks great. Perfect. Is it confirmed that Unikeys was giving out refunds for the overlubed snow crashes? I think that is true. I am pretty positive. I mean, these are still ABS guys, so in terms of sound profile, they're probably going to sound very similar. I don't know why I don't think they wouldn't, or would be rather. Oh god, the minus is in the wrong spot. Thank you for doing this anytime. What were you were looking to plan to put this on a sonnet? Is that what you're doing, Ivan? Sorry, I can't really remember your game plan. Too many things happening this week. This week's been a very busy week for me. Even next week's gonna be so busy, and I think up until the middle of August, it's just gonna be so hectic. I'm hoping I'm not gonna burn out, be honest with you guys. I'm trying my best to, like, you know, have a little bit of fun and just figure out some time for myself in between all this shit too. They give refunds with asking for refunds. Is that also right? I'm not too sure. When you move out again, I think we're gonna try for middle of August. At this point here, we're not sure. Very hectic though. And the days creep up on you too for that, huh? Okay, I heard someone say they gave refund. Oh, we're there. What keycap sets? Vibrato. Vibrato. So nice. Ivan, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate you. And Ivan, sorry, what was the goal for this again? Oh, your son. Oh, my son. I actually checked. I think now they're under 20 left for the sonnets if you guys were interested on those too. So nice.
Hello, it's been 4 months already. Wow.
Abel, what's up, dude? Wow, ow. What's up, man? How you doing? Hope things have been well for you. I have vibrato. I'm looking for a key to call it home. I mean, this looks good already. The orange accent on this. Maybe I'm biased, but you know what? I do think this looks good already. Doing well indeed. Just sitting on a bus watching the stream. Are you heading home? Heading home for the evening? Or I guess it's nighttime now, huh? Yes, it is indeed night. I think your stone looks great with vibrato colors. Yeah, this stone turned out so good this time. I was really happy with it last time, but we made a few tweaks this time because we had to change the batch of e-coating. Like, the tank got too old from last time, so this has been quite fun to play around with, just fine-tuning and getting the colors to be even more what I was hoping they'd be. Went out for dinner? Ooh, where'd you guys go? I'm jelly right now. I'll be honest though. Just like not today I've been like kind of meh on hunger. But I'm definitely jelly. SP stars and these are Obscura switches. Obscuras. Forg loves vibrato when it loses. Alright, I'll post it later. Or someone could take a screenshot when I'm done if they want. This one. I'm not going to do any of the accent colors. I'm losing my appetite when I'm too hot. I am so fucking sweaty right now. I'm probably going to take a nice cold shower after this because I'll be honest, I'm not really comfortable. 20 left for the collab sonnets. There's been a lot of collab sonnets from mode, or collab units rather, not just sonnets. But yeah, there's about 20 left of these. Yeah, it looks pretty good. If it was all this color, I think this would look even better. But yeah, this looks pretty good. Heading mode design. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. I might even just leave it on myself. I have the gray alphas. Yeah, if you had the light gray, this would look super sick on this. It would work really well with the stone. Oh. Good call. I have the all gray set. It's amazing, better than GMK9s. I don't mind this. I kind of do wish I had the all gray set now too. Maybe I'll see if Unikeys still has any. Really tempted for the collab sonnet. I mean, if you don't have a sonnet already and want one and want a cool colorway for it, I'd say grab it. If you already have a sonnet though, totally up to you. You're making me pull the trigger on a sonnet? Which color are you getting, Hector? Yeah, turned out good. Sounds just like GMK too, which is nice. No difference really for me in sound. I need to tune my enter key a little bit more. Yeah, I'd say no difference. This is a nice set too, actually. FTRO, beautiful looking. Green with copper, good choice, dude. Top row yellow, so nice. Yeah, this is a nice looking set too. Very happy with this. All right, guys. These extra ones, let's put back in our little case here. Come on, GMK Singularity. That's a nice set too. And I guess we'll try these ones here another day. Not today, obviously, because we're out of time, but these were also pretty cool looking switches. I love the punchy colors on both of these. Very fun. These sound really nice, actually. These would be fun to use. Actually, these would have been so much fun for today's build. Ice Kachang switches. I don't know if I can... These sound really nice. God damn. Usually I'm not too into tactiles, but I'd give these a go. I'll give these a go soon. It sounds like, yeah, it sounds like deep for a tactile too. I'm very positive they're tactiles. I don't think they're linears. Hold on. Am I going crazy? No, there's a bump. There's a bump in there for sure. I saw those, Dr. Dave. Those are cool. All right. The leaf, I didn't hear any crunch in that. I heard no crunch at all. What do you mean? Maybe I have to go back and play mine. Whew. God damn, it's so warm. All right. Let me see. All right, guys. That's pretty much the stream. So I'm gonna go take a hot shower now, or a cold shower rather, because I'm fucking dying here. But thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys being here. I hope if you guys were interested in this board, this was helpful. Again, overall sound signature to the board, it was just okay. I think they should improve it by making like a bigger weight structure. But the board had a lot of cool features. Very unique for what it was. Would like to see more boards with things like that. Very, very cool. Let's go raid someone. But I appreciate you tuning in. I hope everyone had fun. I know we don't usually do. I hope everyone had fun. God, please stop. I know we don't usually do things on Saturdays, so I hope everyone had a good Saturday stream here. I usually do things on Sundays. We're still due tomorrow, by the way. We're still doing tomorrow at 1 p.m. Let's go raid Shallow Lake. Oh, I had a bunch of other stuff typed in by accident. Keeps and cables anytime. If you guys want the switches from today or even those Ice Kachang switches, keeps and cables, guys. Appreciate you guys for sending those out for us to try. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We actually have one other thing from Keeps and Cables that we're going to be checking out, which you guys need to let me know when we're checking that out. By the way, Keeps and Cables, let me know. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Love you guys. Have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Bye, everybody. See ya.